Leave this chanting and singing by Rabindra Nath Tagore. Leave this chanting and singing and telling of birds. Whom dost thou worship in this lonely dark corner of a temple with doors all shut? Open thine eyes and see that God is not before thee. He is there where the tiller is tilling the hard ground, and where the pathmaker is breaking stones. He is with them in the sun and in shower, and his garment is covered with dust. Put off thy holy mantle, and even like him come down on the dusty soil. Deliverance? Where is this deliverance to be found? Our Master himself has joyfully taken upon him the bonds of creation. He is bound with us all forever. Come out of thy meditation and leave aside thy flowers and incense. What harm is there if thy clothes become tattered and stained? Meet him and stand by him in toil and in sweat of thy brow. Rabindra Nath Tagore was born in 1861 and passed away in 1941. He was a renowned Indian poet, writer, philosopher who became the first non-European to receive the Nobel Prize in Literature in 1913 for his collection Gitanjali. Born in Calcutta, India, Tagore was a key figure in modern Indian literature and a pioneer in Bengali art and culture. Tagore also composed the national anthem of both India and Bangladesh. In the poem Leave This Chanting and Singing, Rabindra Nath Tagore critiques hollow spiritual practices that separate people from the true essence of devotion. He urges individuals to abandon superficial rituals and embrace a more practical and sincere form of worship. Tagore suggests that God is not confined to temples, rituals, or scriptures, but is present in the everyday lives of people, especially those engaged in hard work and service. He emphasizes on the saying, "Work is worship." That's why he states the divine can be found in the fields, among the laborers, and in the struggles of life. True worship lies in contribution to the world through meaningful action and connecting with others through love, compassion, and service. The poet emphasizes that God resides in the heart of the common people, and to truly understand and experience divinity, one must step out of the confines of ceremonial worship and join the real world. The poem advocates for a practical spirituality rooted in action, humility, and the recognition of God in everyday life. Now it's time for the critical analysis of every stanza. Tagore begins by questioning the relevance of ritualistic worship. He criticizes the act of chanting, singing, and repetitive beats counting, asking worshippers to abandon these practices done in isolation within the confines of a temple. He urges them to open their eyes and realize that God is not limited to the four walls of a temple. Tagore challenges the traditional form of devotion that detaches individuals from the real world. He conveys the idea that God cannot be confined to physical spaces or reached through mechanical rituals. This stanza reflects Tagore's belief in a more universal, practical spirituality. In this second stanza, the poet asserts that God is present in the daily toil of laborers such as farmers and road builders. He shares their struggles under the sun and the rain, and his presence can be found in the sweat and dust of honest labor. Tagore advises the worshipper to discard their ceremonial robes and join the common people in their work. This stanza celebrates the dignity of labor and suggests that true spirituality lies in participating in the lives of ordinary people. It critiques the hypocrisy of spirituality practices that ignores the realities of life and elevates work as a form of divine worship. Tagore questions the concept of deliverance, moksha, that many seek through rituals in this third stanza. He suggests that God, instead of seeking liberation, has willingly embraced the bonds of creation and remains connected to humanity through the cycle of life. This stanza challenges the traditional notions of salvation and advocates for finding meaning within life itself. By portraying God as a participant in the struggles of existence, Tagore emphasizes interconnectedness and a holistic view of spirituality. In the final stanza, Tagore calls for an end to meditative isolation and ritualistic offerings of flowers and incense. He encourages worshippers to embrace the physical and emotional struggles of life, even if it leads to discomfort or hardship. God is found amidst efforts and sacrifices. The poet emphasizes action over passive rituals by suggesting that stained and tattered clothes are not a hindrance to meeting God. Tagore critiques superficiality in worship and underscore the value of humility, hard work, and genuine connection with humanity.